Welcome to the Broadway Ball podcast. My name is Matt. This is Jackson. We're two boys who go to Belmont University. We just love talking ball.
Like I said, we both go to Belmont University. Right now, we are on summer break. Matt right now is in Nashville, which is where he actually lives as well. And I'm at home in the Chicago suburbs, about an hour northwest of Chicago. Like he said, yep, we just two boys. Love to talk ball. We wanted to come up with this after our first year of college ended, and yeah, this is the first episode, so we'll have to
Just have some fun with it.
absolutely.
Yes, sir. Let's date.
Let's get into the MLB. So last night, fortunately, my Cubs lost. It was pretty bad, but it's okay. The whole division's just in general is just very tough. Everyone right now is either 500 or above, and especially with the Brewers beating the Cubs last night, they moved to half a game out of first place. So if they beat my Cubs tonight, then they will be first in the Central. Matt, how do you feel about a division like that where it's just kind of very competitive, all over 500? Because I know the AL East right now with your Yankees is just kind of not the same.
I mean, AL East, yeah, right now it's literally just Rays and Yankees just dominating. And then, like, you just got all the little bros out there. But I mean, I think in most competitive divisions, it's a good thing, you know? Like, at the end of the day, if you play against hard teams consistently throughout the season, then it gets you ready for the playoffs. And with the Cubs already being the first team, like, they're going to do well. Cubs have a lot of high performers right now. So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, especially if you're performing well already.
Yeah, especially, and you have to like, even though obviously it's early, we're in the middle of May still. You know, there's a lot of I guess tide changes. You really want to get momentum. You want to get momentum early, but you also want to put you in a position where if you do get cold, you're in a good position still. Like right now, like even though the Cubs, I think they're 3-7 in their last 10 games now. They're still in first in their division. They're like I think they have the fourth best record in the MLB or something. So even though they're kind of cold right now, they're still in a great position right now. It's not like they're having to worry about going either farther.
I mean, Cubs are like they're the third best team in their division right now. I mean, only Braves and Padres are better.
You mean the National League? Yeah, nah, not
Oh,
the
I mean, yeah, in the National League,
yeah.
not total.
Whoa,
But I mean, I think like they're even doing. I think they're tied with the Dodgers right now, which is insane because the Dodgers have been. I mean, Shohei is on pace to be up for MVP and Cy Young.
yeah,
Like he's obviously going to win MVP. That's not. There's no debate there.
yeah,
But then the fact that he is like it's basically him and Paul Skeens competing for that Cy Young in
and
the
he's
NL.
oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I know you're saying that it's probably no doubt MVP. Like the thing is though is that um his hitting's not been that great this year. I think his pitching's been like amazing. He's batting like 250 right now, and his home run numbers are lower. Um, but at the same time, because his pitching's just been absolutely amazing, and like his hitting's like average. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just definitely down from last couple seasons. That's just still. I mean, he's just still crazy, you know. So yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think the only other two people who could possibly get it are Matt Olson and Kyle Schwarber.
yeah, no,
I
absolutely.
mean,
Kyle Schwarber
I
ran
mean,
out, ran around. Yeah.
I mean, Schwarber's leading the league in home runs right now, if I'm not mistaken. I think he
Yeah.
has. He's like hitting 20. I mean, Schwarber's been phenomenal recently.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, I will say, if you're looking at the AL, I mean, Yankees have two of the top five.
Yep.
If you're looking at it, I mean, Ben Rice has been maybe the most underrated. Like, people don't really know who he is, but he has been I mean, second best player on the Yankees, batting almost 300, 15 home runs, 31 RBS, and then obviously we have Aaron Judge. But like besides that, I mean Bobby Witt Jr., Jordan Alvarez, those are the other guys who are actually rising. Yankees also, we have Cam Schlittler leading
Yeah.
AL Young in Cy Young right now.
He's been pretty good.
I mean Schlittler, he's 6-1 right now. He has the best ERA in baseball. He has about almost 70 strikeouts, and like I mean, he's kind of risen up at it. He's a young guy. He's 25 years old, and he's doing this. Like, I don't know. He's someone to be scared about.
Yeah, and I think the also thing they were talking about because Otani, he's not in the qualified numbers for ERA. I don't know if he'd be higher or lower than him right now, because he hasn't pitched enough innings. But that just goes to show that you got to
I
be
mean,
okay.
Schlittler has like a 1.3 right now,
Yeah.
which is absurd. Like, not many people are like even. I mean, I don't know. I think Paul Skeens is like
I think
he's at like a 2.6. So
yeah,
like if you look at the comparison, it's crazy. It's not even close.
yeah, no, he was at like 198 the other day before Philadelphia, and then Philadelphia kind of gave him a really hard
Yeah,
time.
they kind of bollywopped him.
And they've been really hot too. Philadelphia, they
Yeah,
after a very rough season, they fired the manager. Uh, since then, ever since they got Don Mattingly to take over, they're above 500 now. They've, I don't think the Braves should be too concerned because it's a pretty big gap still. But yeah, that's just, I mean, they've been really high, and that just shows how things can change so quickly in the MLB. And that's what we were saying about the Dodgers. I mean, they don't even lead their division right now. The Padres actually lead the division after they beat them last night 1-0. I think it was Michael King who threw a complete game shutout against the Dodgers.
yeah.
Which, if you're doing that against the Dodgers, you're doing something right. So yeah, that's just a great analysis. Also, um, with Aaron Judge and Ben Rice, the only guy that has more homers than them in the American League is White Sox rookie Munetaka Murakami. I think he has 18, I want to say right now, or 17.
I mean, and the thing is he's still like in projected rankings. He's still only second in Rookie of the Year rankings.
Yeah.
He is behind. I think it's
Is it
the
Kevin
Detroit.
McDonald?
Who's? I mean, he's honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't necessarily think he should be before him because
Mhm.
McGonagall has I mean, pretty much worse statistics in most categories compared to Murakami. However, I also think another one who is a big riser is Chase DeLauder
Mm,
from the Guardians. I think Guardians have two people that I think. I mean, I think Chase DeLauder. I mean, he's not. It's not like a dark horse candidate to win, but I think because he's like probably like top. He's top three if you look at like betting odds. But the thing is, I think him, and then also if you look at their veteran Jose Ramirez, I think Jose Ramirez is a sleeper pick for MVP. I don't necessarily think he's going to win because I think Judge has that in the bag pretty much. I mean, if you really look at it, like Judge and Otani, like the voters are going to give it,
yeah.
like they just dominate their division. But however, I mean, Jose Ramirez is always been like a consistent presence. Who, I mean, the Guardians are one of the top teams in the AL right now, and I think that it's going to stay that way because of the batting that they have from these two guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Chase Lauder, he was off to a very hot start in the season. I mean, he was leading the league in homers really early. He kind of cooled down a little bit, but I think as of more recently, he's really starting to get better, consistent hitting. I think he kind of slumped a little bit I must say the end of April-ish, but he's looking a lot better. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
for a 24-year-old, he's doing phenomenal.
absolutely. And like you were saying with Kim McGonigal, I think the one big stat that stands out is I think batting average. I want to say is a big reason why he's probably up there because I know,
Yeah, I mean, he's batting almost 300.
yeah. And then I think Munetaka's batting like 230, 220 something right now.
I think he's up to 240, but yeah, I mean, pretty much a decent jump down.
Yeah, but I mean, if you talk about impact on a team, like Murakami's kind of changing the entire White Sox right now. Like they
100%.
have a winning record right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Murakami has been phenomenal for his team, and I think that his impact, like that's something that I think they don't necessarily always put into these rankings for Rookie of the Year is impact on their team of how much they sometimes just go strictly based off stats. But if you look at Murakami's actual impact on the White Sox, I mean, currently I personally believe it's bigger than the impact that I almost said McGonagall, is having on the Detroit. I mean, I don't know what you think, but
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I think his impact's insane. And also, White Sox have like really good sellers like Golson Montgomery is breaking out right now. He's got 12 homers. Miguel Vargas has I think 11. I think they're the only team with three batters over 10 homers right now. So it's I mean, obviously they have a lot of things going. They have a lot of players breaking out, going hot right now, but Murakami's the one that's kind of sticking out. he's bringing people to come to Rate Field, and he's changing the culture. And I think that's what you get a lot when you see a lot of Japanese players come over from Japan. You see that quite a bit where like they just come over and they kind of I wouldn't say their culture changing, but they definitely create an impact enough to where uh, the audience uh, wants to see them. Like I know, obviously with
100%.
Shohei coming over,
I mean,
even
Shota.
yeah, Shota and even
I
says
mean, Shota has been a phenomenal pitcher for the Cubs. I mean, I think again another side. I mean, sleeper a little bit less of a. It's kind of a sleeper. He's on the probably low end of Cy Young right now, but Cy Young nonetheless. I mean, he has been a phenomenal pitcher when it comes to the Cubs.
yeah, and he also had a little bit of a rough season, so I'm glad to see that he's definitely doing a lot better. He had a rough game against the White Sox this weekend, but he's definitely looking overall a lot better, especially
But
with the numbers.
I also think if you look at Yamamoto, I mean, him and Shohei have kind of just completely flipped the script. I mean, not completely flipped the script with the Dodgers. The Dodgers were always going to be good, but I mean, they are two dominant presences on the mound. I mean, on the mound, and also obviously with Shohei, just in general. I mean, he's the Shohei's and Wemby being playing at the same time is kind of insane because they're basically like the two best players that we've seen like at what they're doing for such a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see by next week to see how much changes. Like I said, things change very drastically. So great to see a lot of good baseball. And now as we head over to let's go into the NFL offseason now. Matt, I know you were going to talk about how do you feel about, I guess, maybe the schedule release videos or nonetheless how the schedules are shaping for specific teams?
I'll say first off, schedule release video. I don't know if you saw, but best one got to be the Raiders.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know if you
the
saw
Raiders.
it. Kirk Cousins
Yeah.
and Fernando Mendez. Oh, sorry, you're lagging by the way.
It's okay.
But
Yeah, it says it's trying to reconnect.
Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cousins doing a Step Brothers impression, absolutely hilarious. If you haven't seen it,
I have seen it.
I mean, I think, but then also I think if you look at some of the teams that might be struggling, like I think it's really interesting to see how teams might be able to kind of change based off those schedules.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Matt. I think my favorite one was the Chargers one. Uh, they did a Halo rendition of their schedule release, and they had a lot. They had a lot of funny jokes in theirs. I know they do. They're typically one of the schedule releases that like to do a lot of inside jokes. Obviously, that's a let's just say there's a uh, very notable one with the Patriots on their schedule that the Chargers did.
Hmm.
I thought that was pretty good. And they also did really good with the Niners as well. With the was it the electric fields impacting their field or something? I thought that was pretty funny as well. I also
I
thought
mean,
this was good.
I think something that you're gonna have to deal with as a Bears fan is knowing that they do actually have the hardest strength of schedule currently.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I mean, I think last year we saw what Caleb Williams could produce on kind of, I mean, I don't 100% know the exact, but I mean, relatively middle of the pack schedule. I mean, when you face Detroit a couple times a year, I mean, that's always going to be difficult. But however, I think if Caleb Williams and the Bears and Ben Johnson are able to show that they're able to perform at the percentage that they were last year and at the efficiency that they were last year with the hardest schedule, I think they can really define themselves as one of those title contenders.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, I hope they grow. I mean, obviously, there's like you said, they have the hardest schedule. Um, we might not. We're probably, to be honest with you, as a Bears fan, I would be kind of surprised if we finished drastically better record wise than last year, considering our, like you said, our schedule. I just hope I see Caleb Williams play more consistently. He obviously has his big moments, but he also has a very low completion rate at like 58%. I'd like to maybe see that a little higher and maybe not a lot of like up and down games. Like I just want to see consistent growth from him a little bit more this upcoming season.
And
And
then I think if you look net, so sorry to
oh,
interrupt,
oh,
but Looking next, you have Miami. You have Arizona, which Arizona having the third hardest schedule is going to be horrible for them. I think when you don't have a really set quarterback, you have Carson Beck possibly being your starter. I mean, I think that you're really just looking at tanking for Arch Manning at this point. I mean, I think that you don't have that much going for you as the Cardinals. I mean, you got Jeremiah Love. You have the most of your money paying your running backs, which I mean, you really don't have any weapons. I mean, you have Michael Wilson at wide receiver and Trey McBride, but you don't really have anyone decent to throw it to, like to throw the ball to them and actually get the offense moving.
Hmm.
Plus, with the defense that they have, I mean, you're not going to be doing much. I mean, so I think Arizona was just kind of, I mean, really tough luck of the draw for them, I think. And then you also see the Packers coming up. I mean, again, coming from that NFC North division, I mean, I think they are going to have very hard schedule. Whenever you face, I mean, they have Bears, Packers, Lions, and Vikings. Obviously, Vikings haven't been phenomenal as of recently, but I think with Kyler Murray, you could definitely see a jump. I think, I mean, Kyler Murray is a very competent quarterback, definitely better than nine if you look at it that way. But I mean, I think that seeing that the Bears and Packers both have those very hard schedules, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for them because they're already facing hard divisional teams. So then when they have to play others, I mean, it's only going to make it more difficult. The only weird one that I did find was how easy the Detroit Lions schedule is, because that seemed like a bit of an outlier to me. That they actually, I mean, when it comes to opponent win percentage, it's a .467, which, by the way, like for reference, like the Bengals and the Saints and the Browns who have very easy schedules are like .429, .43. So I mean, it's pretty like in comparison, it's really not that hard. I mean, the Falcons and the Colts are tied for 28th, and they're at .465. So I mean, Lions have a pretty easy schedule for a team that has been performing well and has a very difficult division. So I mean, I found that kind of interesting to see. Then I think again going back to those easier team like schedules for teams, I mean, I think one team that I think is going to really benefit from having an easy schedule is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they've struggled a lot recently. I mean, they really just have their offense, and I'm really hoping to see that defense take a jump. However, I think with Joe Burrow, I mean, anything like you can have that offense go off for like who knows how many points each and every day. So if you have an easier schedule, I do expect the Bengals to make the playoffs this year based off of having that easy of a schedule.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think we're when you're talking about the Cardinals, like I think the roughest part also is their division as well. You
100%.
have the reigning champs, you have the MVP, you have the Niners are always pretty good.
I mean, Niners are so consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also with the Lions, you were saying it's a little surprising to see them with the easier schedule. I think maybe one of the reasons might be is because obviously the way the schedule is made, your placement in the standings the previous season, because they're in the NFC, they're playing because they finished in last in the NFC
They
last
did.
year, so they will play each person that placed last in the NFC East, the South, and the West.
So, I mean, speaking of the NFC East, I think one team that, looking at their schedule, I think might be biased, but I think the Giants are going to take a huge leap this year if we stay healthy.
Yeah. I was
I mean, you
nearest
don't have
to
to. I mean, the thing is, we do always have. I mean, if you look at difficult divisions, NFC East is definitely one of them. I mean, obviously, last year was not a very showing year for that. However, Cowboys always very consistent. Plus, they got one maybe the steal of the draft in Caleb Downs. I think getting him where they did was absolutely absurd value. I mean,
that.
Washington, if Jaden Daniels stays healthy, we've already seen what he can do. I mean, he's taken them to the NFC Championship. Philadelphia, obviously, always consistent. I mean, Howie Roseman somehow is just the absolute greatest GM of all time. I mean, So I think the thing is seeing though, I mean, I know I'm biased, but I think that with the Giants, what they have and the way that they've been building out their trenches to make sure that they win the front line and they win defensively at the front and they win offensively at the front. I think that this team is going to take a huge leap. I honestly am. I said I think it's going to be kind of similar to the Bears or Patriots from last year, of teams who had been struggling for a while, but now kind of started getting all the pieces in place. He's got a young quarterback who's kind of starting to, in his second sophomore year, kind of putting everything into place and understanding how the offense works. And I mean, I think with the weapons that he has, he should have plenty of options in order to, kind of help grow that offense as well as defensively really just take that leap.
Absolutely. I think the Giants could definitely. I don't see them doing worse. Like I
No, there's
think
no way.
there's just no way unless injuries hit them really hard somehow. I just they drafted really well. I think that whole division drafted relatively very well. And I think that
100%, yeah.
might be the only I wouldn't say problem, but that'd be the only hiccup in being playing them. But yeah, I think the Giants could definitely they are definitely a team to watch in 2026. I was going to mention now going on to the AFC side. Obviously, I think it was the other day. Aaron Rodgers re-signed with a 1-year contract with the Steelers. $22 million guaranteed. It could be upwards to $25 million with incentives. I don't know how I feel about that. Like $22 million guaranteed for a guy that, well, I'm assuming this if he's signing 1-year contract, I'm assuming it might be his last year. Considering we thought maybe it'd be last year, but $22 million guaranteed, especially with a giant quarterback room. I don't know if that's the best decision for the Steelers in terms of how much they're paying Rodgers.
I mean, I totally agree. I mean, I think Rodgers is obviously a phenomenal quarterback. There's no doubt in that. I mean, I think he isn't, though, what he once was. And I think giving him that much money is kind of just an ego thing for Rodgers, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, Rodgers, as good as he is at a quarterback, he's a very interesting dude. Like, I think that he has this kind of vibe about him that he wants to make this amount of money for a long time. But I honestly think that, I mean, if they're being smart, I mean, this is kind of just Rodgers helping to develop their young talent. I don't think Rodgers should start every single game this year for the Steelers. I mean, Steelers obviously great team. They're going. I mean, they'll probably go 9-8. Probably just because that's what they usually do. But I think,
No,
I
but they
mean,
don't have
with you,
anymore.
they don't have Mike Tomlin. But I think you kind of have to see who that next guy is going to be. If it's going to be Will Howard, if it's going to be Drew Aller, both of which are really good quarterbacks. I think obviously Will Howard has been in the league a little bit longer, so he might be able to have a couple more, um, a little bit more experience. He's also a little older than Alar, so he might be a little bit more mature. However, like if Alar comes in and like absolutely starts playing phenomenal, I think that's something to really look out for. I mean, Alar did not have a good senior year of college. However, I think if he is able to make that leap under Rodgers, I think having Rodgers there as a mentor is great. Obviously, I think it is Rodgers trying to be the mentor, because if we're being honest, I don't know if he really wants to be. I think he still has that thing inside of him saying, "I can still be a top tier quarterback."
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that's probably a big reason why he decided to resign. I know there's also earlier speculation about him potentially going to the Cardinals about a couple of weeks ago when he was supposedly wearing a Cardinals hoodie or shirt. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he must just love the Cardinals.
I know, right? Absolutely. And I think the latest news we got yesterday is uh, we heard I don't know if you saw Matt, but it is expected that the 2028 NFL draft is to be in Minnesota. There
Mm.
should be hopefully they're expecting that to be a later announcement, maybe this week. So I think that's a great venue. I don't know where they would place it. Their stadium's really nice. It's indoors and everything, but I think they probably do it somewhere outside. But I
Yeah,
think that's really good. Hopefully, it's just not too cold because you're up north. If it's outside, hopefully it's not too cold, especially because it's in April. But um, that being said, we're gonna get to our very first little game here. We're gonna do so. What Matt and I are gonna do, we set topics for each other. We're gonna do a little bit of a blind ranking. Um, what we're gonna do is that Matt's gonna have a topic for me. I have a topic for him, and we're just gonna try to in place in order which we think is the best and worst without knowing the next one. So I think Matt, did you have a total of five spots for
I
yours?
actually did 10, but I can do 5. I
Okay,
can
you
limit
did
it down.
10. Okay.
I can
I
cut
mean,
it down if you.
if you want me to do 10, I can do 10.
We'll do 5.
Okay.
I'll pick out 5 people from this
Do
list.
you want to go first? Do you want me to
I
go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
So I have it here.
Hit me with
So
it.
we have, since we are in Music City in Nashville, I thought maybe we can, embrace the culture a little bit and do some country singers.
Oh.
I'm not going to. Okay.
Ooh.
So your first country singer
And we're doing five,
is
right?
Cody Johnson.
Ooh. To be honest, I don't know much about Cody Johnson, but
Bro,
hold
no.
on. Well, I've only been in Nashville for like what 8 months.
Yeah, that's fair.
For just because I don't know if he'd be the worst one. I don't know what else you're gonna put up there. I'm a safely put him at 4. I'm a
Okay.
safely, very safe option here.
Your next one is going to be Chris Stapleton.
Oh, I like Chris Stapleton, especially the national anthem in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Ooh. Tennessee whiskey. I'm going to. I don't know what you did though. Like, here's the thing. I want to keep the number one spot open because you know who I'd put at number one.
I
But
mean, she might be on here.
I don't know if she'll be on here though.
She might.
But I know. But I got to play it safe. I think I'm gonna put him at 2. I'm gonna
Okay.
put him at 2. I don't know what else
Your
you're gonna do.
next up is going to be Luke Combs.
You know what? I'll put him at the 3. I feel fine with that. I like Chris
Okay.
Stapleton, but I just gotta hope you didn't do anything.
Your next is going to be George Strait.
Okay, so George Strait, I actually don't know him that much, to be honest. But good thing is,
No shot.
yeah, dude, I told you,
Bro.
I
Oh, that's bad. No, we can't. Dude,
so like, would
that's
it be better if we
bad.
put him at 5?
Dude, some people watching this will be pressed if you put him
Dude,
at 5. But that's chill. Put him at
but then
5.
I only live at 1. What, like, I only have a spot at 1. But you know
I
what?
mean, who do you think? Who do you think is going to be the final person?
I don't know if you're gonna do it. Like, she'd be the only one I could put at 1, but I just don't know if you're gonna put her.
I mean, who knows? I might.
You know what?
For
Screw
anyone
it.
who doesn't know, he's talking about Ella Langley.
Screw it. Put him at 5. Put him at 5.
So actually, I knew you were going to think that Ella Langley was
I
going to be
know.
on this
I
list,
know.
but I purposely did not put her on there
Yeah.
because I thought that. So your final in the one spot is going to be Morgan Wallen.
You know what? I'm actually kind of fine with that. I will gladly put Morgan at 1. I would
Compared to
probably.
George.
Yeah, I
Never
know.
mind. Okay.
I know. That's pretty bad, but I don't hate Morgan Wallen at 1. I think
Okay.
I need just in general listen to more country music.
Yep. You know what? I think I gave you some options. Gave you some phenomenal
Yeah,
people.
I will
I mean, me
definitely.
personally, my favorite is Luke Combs. Just in general, I think George Strait's up there if you like some old country.
Okay.
I mean, Cody Johnson, phenomenal. He's from Texas. Got some. I mean, Ella Langley reference, but he's great. Morgan Wallen, I like. I know some people say all of his music sounds the same. I actually don't think that.
Yeah.
And then we got who else? Now I'm just blanking on my final person. Oh, Stapleton.
Yeah.
Stapleton's phenomenal.
Dog. Yeah. I might have actually put him at 1 if I knew that Ella was not going to be on there. But yeah, he's a dog.
I knew I would play you like a fiddle. Come on now.
All right. So I told you ahead of time that I'd be stadiums. Specifically, your task is to order them, their NFL stadiums, and
Okay.
you have to order them by not by just how well you would either like the stadium, or you could do as if you were starting a team. Which of these stadiums in order would you like want to play in? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll do play in the
Okay.
coach one. If I was coaching a team,
Like if you
Because
had to see,
I don't really, I haven't been to that many NFL
yeah,
stadiums, to
I
be
don't
honest.
expect you. I don't expect you, but I'm based on the ones I chose. I think you know all of them. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you know all of them. So we're gonna start with Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Kansas City Chiefs. How would you feel?
Okay, if I want to play in it, Arrowhead's super loud.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, if it's talking about like home field advantage, I'm gonna put Arrowhead at 2, but I think Arrowhead's a great one.
Okay, okay. Um, Next you have SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams and the Chargers.
That's such a nice one.
Yeah.
Holy, I might have
You also
messed it
don't
up
know
with
what's coming. You
Arrowhead.
don't know what's coming either.
I messed it up with Arrowhead, I think, but I'm gonna put it at 3. Even though
Okay.
it would be above Arrowhead, but I need to
Okay.
keep that one slot open.
That's not bad. Because this next one, I think you might like this next one. MetLife.
MetLife 5. MetLife's a
Really?
horror. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, but
Yeah.
MetLife's a horrible
Okay.
stadium.
Well, I didn't know if
I
there's
mean,
any personal connection that would make you put it
no,
higher.
I mean it. I love MetLife. I mean, it's great. I mean, great history. But the thing is, like, as a stadium, compared to like it, I mean, it's pretty old. I mean, they
Yeah.
still use like horrid turf. That's why there's so many injuries there. I mean, probably not to play.
Okay, so you have the 1 and 4 spots available.
Okay,
Number 4, I have Levi Stadium. That is the home of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, keep in mind,
that's chill at 4.
because keep in mind, right? Their field has had problems with injuries, according to the
That's
thing.
why 4. I'm good with that.
Now, number 1, I don't know if you're gonna like this at number 1. um, so for number 1, I chose not the new one, but the current Nissan Stadium in
That's
Nashville.
fine.
You put that at number
Nissan
1,
Stadium. I love Nissan.
but
Nissan's such a
you
nice
put that
team.
over SoFi.
Well, I wouldn't have,
Well,
but I thought you'd put something like Mercedes Benz because
no.
I mean because of my Atlanta connection.
Oh,
But
no.
so Mercedes Benz would be number 1 for me personally.
Okay. Yeah, so you had Nissan Stadium at 1, Arrowhead at 2, SoFi at 3, Levi at 4, and then MetLife
Yeah.
at 5. You know,
I mean
that's not bad.
my final 2 are fine. I think it's just my top 3 are a little out of order. Probably
Yeah,
go SoFi at the 1, then you go Arrowhead, then Nissan. But
absolutely.
besides that, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not a bad list. I feel like my country list was a lot worse, but
I'd say so.
but we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Well, moving on, we go on to hockey land. So the thing is I mean, NHL has been going on for a little bit now. Only got 4 teams left. So Jack, would you want to start off? Or do you want me to start off?
I could start us off here. So obviously last night we had Game 7 of the Buffalo Sabres against the Canadians. The Buffalo Sabres looking to, this is one of their best teams in quite a bit. But unfortunately, in Buffalo, they lose in overtime to Montreal 3-2 in overtime. And that prevented the conference finals from being all 1 seeds. So we have three
I mean,
one.
Montreal's kind of like the dark horse to win this. I mean, I think they're kind of the Cinderella story. They haven't won in so long.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look, I mean, they have Ivan Demidov has been playing phenomenal. I mean, he's a rookie, but he's kind of had a breakout in the playoffs. He's had 17 points. I mean, Alex Newhook, obviously, Game 7 OT winner last night.
Hmm.
I mean, he's had 2 overtime game-winning goals, absolutely clutch for the team. 14 points this series, or in the playoffs. And then also their goalie, I mean, Dobes has been pretty phenomenal. About almost like a .91, almost .92 save percentage. About it, like only been letting up around 2.3 goals per game and 37 saves last night in Game 7. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go up a very hot Carolina team that has not lost a game yet in the playoffs. So, um, do you
I
have
mean,
Matt?
yeah.
Oh, do you have any
Sorry.
predictions for how the conference finals will go and maybe the shaping of the Stanley Cup final?
I mean, I think if you look at it strictly from like what teams have been the hottest versus what team. I mean, I think you'd like to think that it'd probably be going to a Carolina versus Colorado final. I mean, I think if you look at the team, I think Colorado and the Avalanche should have a very good series. I mean, I think the Avalanche are obviously like led by Nathan McKinnon, Cal McCarr, Martin Necras. I mean, they're fast. They have like some of the top end talent. I mean, I think Nathan McKinnon has 23 points in this whole playoffs. Cale McCarr, obviously, a phenomenal defender, 19 points. But I mean, I think if you look at Vegas, Vegas has depth that these other teams don't necessarily have, and they do have some of those top of the line players. Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, both been two of the big leaders for this team. I honestly think, even though I do believe that I think in general that the Avalanche are probably the most complete team and probably have the best like star power because I mean any given night you can have Nathan McKinnon just score like 3 goals out of nowhere.
Yeah.
However, I think that with the depth that Vegas has, as well as having those kind of two pivotal pieces, I think Marner and Eichel will both have to have big series in order for them to win. But I think Vegas is going to keep it a lot closer. I mean, than most people think, because I think the Avalanche, obviously coming into this, were the heavy favorites to win. But I think the Golden Knights, with that experience, as well as having those kind of depth pieces, are going to make it a really close series. I think looking over into the East, obviously Carolina, another very complete team. You have Aho. I'm gonna butcher this dude's name, but it's Andrei Sevchnikov, right? Is that how you say it?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyway, but they're both. I mean, they're both young. They both score a lot of points. Plus, their goalie has been phenomenal recently. Frederik Andersen. I mean, he had a shutout in the playoffs. He's been, again, about almost a .3 save percentage. I mean, or .93 save percentage. .3 save percentage would be pretty horrendous. And then he also has 2.0 goals against. I mean, I think, in my personal opinion, I think Carolina should win this series. However, I think that the way that Montreal has been playing is that they keep games tight, and the thing is they have those players that if they need to come up clutch, they have been able to do that. So I think, even though I personally think that the Stanley Cup's going to probably be Carolina versus Colorado, I think both the teams that they're playing against have the possibility, especially in my opinion, I think the Golden Knights. But I think both of the teams have that opportunity to be able to beat off the team that most people are probably thinking to win.
Yeah, right over here, Matt. I have Carolina winning in 5. I would maybe give Montreal 6, but I think just Carolina's, like you said, very complete. I think they're just really hot. I don't see them stopping.
Yeah.
And Montreal, like you said, they're a team that's obviously kind of an underdog Cinderella story right now, but that Carolina team's just really good. And I'm giving Montreal 1 game to win, but yeah. Otherwise, on the other side, I do have Colorado winning in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas wins that series, especially like you said, Jack Eichel. Guys could really step up. I think oh, my bad.
I mean, I think also, yeah, like Jack Eichel, they have Tomas Hertl, Mitch Marner. I mean, you've seen Mark Stone be playing pretty well in the playoffs. I mean, kind of out of nowhere, Brett Howden started playing really well. I mean, Colton Sissons, Cole Smith, all these guys who are, obviously not these, like, huge names, but however, they're very, I mean, I know of them. Like, they're obviously they play in the NHL, so they're good. But the thing is that these guys can come up big any given night when some of these other teams don't necessarily have that depth. Like, a lot of times it kind of feels like certain teams kind of just rely on their stars to come in and play that kind of game. Very much like you see a lot of times with the Oilers, of that they just rely on McDavid or Draisaitl to do something. Yeah. But I think Golden Knights are so complete in that way with having so many guys who can score.
Yeah, absolutely. Any last thoughts?
I
Uh,
think that's. I mean, I think again Colorado, Carolina, but I think I could definitely see Vegas slipping in there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, then this next part is called a very new segment called the top quad. So, I have a list. I have an envelope right here with the top four, um, the top quad list of this episode, and I got this from very. I think it was a year or two ago. We had. I was watching a video. I think you might have seen it too, Matt. A guy called into Stephen A's show, asking who's the goat, and he was talking about Lightning McQueen being the goat. But then Stephen A brought up the fact that Strip Weathers also has 7 Piston Cups. Um, but today I'm going to tell you right now who the top four racers are from cars. And Matt, you can listen first to my top four here, but then you can tell me what you think because we were talking about this a little bit before recording, and yeah, so we're gonna start with number four on the list. We have, you can read that right there, Daryl Cartrip. Um, he raced for 28 years around the same era as Strip Weathers, right? He won 3 Piston Cups in 81, 82, 85. He finished top five in the Piston Cup for 10 years in a row. From 77 to 87, he finished in the top five. Um, you look at, he is tied for fourth all time in wins. Um, he won the Rookie of the Year. He is currently, as you saw in the movies, he is a PA announcer for the Piston Cup Series now. Another notable guy that is also a play-by-play announcer that also play-by-play announces their own sport would be Tom Brady. But nonetheless, like I said, played during the same era as Strip Weathers. He played for 3 different teams, so he did hop around a little bit. But like I said, he just straight out dominated. And the only argument that I can't have him any higher would probably be because he couldn't really. First 10 years he didn't win anything, like, and then
Right.
he got into it. I mean, the only reason why he started in '72. I mean, Strip Weathers dominated the '70s. Um, that was the
I
big
mean, '60s, or I mean, he also won some in the '60s.
Strip Weathers.
Hmm.
He never played in the '60s.
No, never mind.
Yeah, see, just no ball knowledge here. It's okay. So that's why I have, yeah, Daryl Cartrip. You see him in the movies. He is number four on my list. Before I get to number three, I'm going to tell you my honorable mentions. We have Doc Hudson, obviously winning 3 Piston Cups in 5 seasons. Unfortunately, I can't have him any higher because he only played in 5 seasons, and Matt is a little upset about that. But I love Doc Hudson. He changed the sport. Was it you turn right to turn left? Is that what he said, or is it turn left, turn right? Whatever one it was, he changed the sport, and then the other one would be the very late Dale Earnhardt Sr. 4 Piston Cups. Unfortunately, he just wasn't as consistent as the other racers on this list, and it's also very unfortunate that his career ended on the racetrack, and that also ended his life. So we're gonna move on to number three now. Number three on the list, as expected, hopefully as expected for Matt, we have Jackson Storm. He is the first new gen racer to ever play in the Piston Cup Series. 3-time Piston Cup winner in 2016, 2019, and 2025. Yeah, after 2019, they're saying how many more Piston Cups he's gonna win. And probably big perk on ESPN's probably gonna go like zero, right? But he won again last year. I personally thought he was a little washed, but then he proved me wrong last year. So yeah, 3-time Piston Cup winner, Rookie of the Year. He's the first rookie ever to win the Piston Cup. Matt, you know how many races he didn't get first place in his rookie year?
I don't.
Zero. He won every single race his rookie year, and he
That's
didn't play in
insane.
all of them because he's got off the field issues. He's very cocky. He decided he didn't want to play in the other 16 races because he thought he was better than everyone else, and he proved that to be true. Because he only played in 20 of the 36, won all of them, which ultimately led him to winning the Piston Cup. Like I said, he's the first new generation car to ever be in the league, and he's been the most dominant despite all these new generation cars coming into the league now. He's also recorded the 2 fastest times ever on the racetrack in league history. So I
Very
think
true.
accolade wise, I think you just got to put him at number three. Considering he's only 34, and you see guys like Strip Weathers and Dale Karcher play in their 60s and through their 60s and 50s, he's still got a lot to show. Considering he's got only three, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Patrick Mahomes, winning three very early in his career. Still has a lot. He could still win more. So that's why I have him at number three. Now number two, this is where it gets interesting because there's two big guys that stand out, but I have them in a
See who you
specific
pick.
order, and I'm going to tell you why. So
I
hopefully,
think. I mean, I have a specific order for my top two, so I want to hear what you
all
say.
right. So number two is going to be Strip Weathers and Strip
Oh,
Weathers. Now
okay,
let me tell
okay.
you why. So obviously they have the same number of Piston Cups. You could even give Strip Weathers another Piston Cup because he coached his son and won the Piston Cup. He was the head coach for that team. He has a total of 8. But I mean, obviously he had a 26-win season. He had a dominant year where he finished on average 1.92 is like his average placement. So that's like between first and second place on average. Obviously, he had crazy longevity. He won in 71, 74, 75, 79. So he just dominated the 70s. And then he won in 89. And then he won in 97. And then he won in '04. And he could have won in '05. He almost won his last year at the age of, I think it was like 60, I want to guess like 61 or something. Yeah, that's just kind of absurd.
I will say, like, we can throw in McQueen probably could have had 8 because the '05 season he definitely could have won that.
He definitely could
He
have.
decided to help though.
Absolutely. And also stripped, the King Weather. He has the most wins all time. Obviously, coming from his longevity, like I said. And it's, one of the best decisions of his career was changing from Jen's Diner to Dynaco. We saw that he was on
For sure.
Jen's Diner for the first 5 years of his career. Won 2 Piston Cups, but Dynaco gave him a great opportunity, and he just flat out dominated. Now, this is the big thing that came to mind. Dale Karchip, I was talking about earlier, right? Strip Weathers, his fourth one was in 79. He won the next one in 89. It was because guys like Daryl Cartrip and Dale Earnhardt dominated the 80s before Strip Brothers won that one in 89. And I
That's
think that's
fair.
a big reason. Another argument I had with Daryl Cartrip going at 4. He dominated in the era where Strip Weathers was dominating. I think you got to give kudos to Daryl Cartrip there, which is why I have Strip Weathers at number 2. That being said, number 1 on the list is obviously Mr. Lightning McQueen. Only played 12 seasons, but he did win 7 Piston Cups within those 12 seasons, or I guess
Could have
13.
been 8.
Could have been 8. And he has technically won 10 total because he's coached Cruz Ramirez on her 3 wins. So he has 10 total as a coach and a player. He
Crazy.
has,
Guys.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. Third most wins all time. And like I said, he could have won 7 in a row, right? Because he won in '06, '07, '09, and then won 10, 11, 12, 15. But in '08, he did not win. He could have had 7 in a row. But because of Winford, Bradford, Rutherford, stepped in there, won this most random Piston Cup. Yeah, he,
I mean, also you could bring up the World Grand Prix.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
Lightning was the representative for the whole United States,
Yeah.
and he showed out. Like he beat
Probably should
Francesco
have won if they
Bernoulli.
still had it. Like,
Oh, I mean, if without all in all getting in the way, like
yeah.
he 100% would have won.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, Lightning McQueen having the second highest win percentage of all time, along with his 93 wins, that's just,
I will say Strip does have over almost 100 more wins than McQueen.
yeah, he does.
That you do have to take into account. I
But you
think
also have to keep in mind, over Strip Brothers won 200 total across 35 seasons. Lightning McQueen only
that's
has
very true.
half of them in about a third of the amount of seasons. So,
I think somebody you are forgetting about is Spider Dangerfield. Uh, he, he
yeah,
did win
uh,
champion.
that era was just not good. Like,
Oh, sir. So we're just throwing it away because
no, I'm
it's
just
because
saying.
he played in the past.
I'm just saying the
Like,
competition was not like that's around Doc Hudson's era, right? Spider Rutherford, that was like the late '60s.
I mean, no, yeah, but the
He
thing
did win
is
4.
like taking that away from Spider is absolutely absurd. I mean, he has the second most wins all time.
I
Like,
know, but
he's
like
only behind Strip. He's ahead of McQueen in wins.
yeah, but
Like,
his longevity was also crazy, and like I said, the era that he played
I
in,
just think you have to. I think
acknowledge.
completely not acknowledging the absolute dominance of Spider is kind of insane. It's like basically saying, "Oh well, Kareem's points don't count because he played so long
Nah, it's
ago."
more like Will. Like,
I mean, so what? Wilt's
oh,
still a.
dominated, but like, if you look at people's top 10 list NBA, he's
I will
not.
say I overall agree. I overall agree with the list. I'm not very mad at it. I honestly think with Doc Hudson, I might put him one higher. I think the reason is the impact on the sport. I think if you look at the way that Doc Hudson absolutely changed the way that
Mhm.
Piston Cup racing is, as well as being able to see that with Doc, I mean, he obviously got his huge injury, and I think that kind of set him back. But like in the amount of time that Doc had, he absolutely optimized what he did, and I think it's really hard sometimes to say like, what could have been with Doc. Because
Yeah.
I think Doc definitely could have been that dominant force. I mean, I think that like if you're talking about like someone like Spider, he probably would have taken those wins. So like and like if you're talking about like the 60s 70s era, I mean Doc like like 50s through the 60s, maybe the 70s. I mean it'd be kind of tough to see. I mean Doc would have won those, as well as if he, I mean, sadly didn't pass away. I mean he probably would have gotten some of them with Lightning McQueen. You know what I mean? Like I think as a coach, like you kind of have to see both sides. Like, do we necessarily think that Lightning would have 7 without Doc's influence on him? And I think that's just something that you kind of really have to take into account. Of, I mean, even Cruz Ramirez learned how to jump over a car because of Doc. So I think that's just something you kind of have to
Well,
be able to
actually, that
look
might make the
into.
Lightning. I don't know,
Well, but who did Lightning learn it from?
Doc, but I'm saying
Exactly.
Bruce probably learned it from
No,
Lightning.
no, 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 no.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say
No.
that.
I think that Doc's impact on the sport has been phenomenal,
Mhm.
and I know it's kind of hard to say. Well, yeah, he didn't race as many seasons, but I mean, 78 wins total. I mean, he had 3 Piston Cups. Probably would have been more without his injury, and the impact on the sport. I mean, maybe the greatest out of any racer we've ever seen.
Yeah, I feel like if we just saw him a little longer, obviously play a full career. I mean, honestly, sitting here today, we could say he's number one. Like if he played the entire,
I agree.
especially at the rate he was playing, especially at how young he was. He obviously turned out to be a great coach for Lightning McQueen. Um, but yeah, like I said, unfortunately, he's off my top four just because he other than the 3 Piston Cups, he didn't prove enough to me to be in the top four all time. Obviously, like you said, he changed the sport, but he could have done. There's a lot of guys that did a lot more, in my opinion. But
I think
um,
we can start wrapping this guy up. I think we kind of understand, the list pretty much is, I mean, I think all of our people are relatively the same. I think Car Trip, Earnhardt, Doc, Strip, and Lightning are all the people that you should have in your top 5. And if you don't, then you can argue. I mean, Jackson Storm as well. But I think if you don't, then you can argue with us.
yeah, like I said, that is my top quad of the week. Now, as we move on, we're going to talk about just a little bit about other sports going around before we talk about the NBA playoffs. But
So
yeah, so oh, do you have anything to say?
So I was actually going to talk about some big movement in the UFC as of recently, as well as some other fighting. So I mean, as of recently at UFC 315, and then there's also UFC 328, where we have like the most recent belt changes. I think we saw, I mean, Jack Della Maddalena. Sorry, I'm horrid with names. Jack Della Maddalena, who beat Bilal Muhammad by unanimous decision and became the new welterweight champ. Obviously, recently we saw, shout out America, Sean Strickland absolutely beat up on Khamzat Chimaev, which was a huge. I mean, seeing how Strickland was able to wrestle with like Chimaev, who obviously comes from, like the Dagestan branch of like kind of fighting. I think seeing how Strickland, who's known for being like a striker and being like a more like forceful guy, is able to fight back was absolutely phenomenal to see, especially in that second round. He was absolutely absurd. And then also some other stuff that's coming up. Obviously, the big one that's coming up, UFC Freedom 250, which is supposed to happen at the White House
Hmm.
on June 14th. We have some very cool fights going on. We see Ilya Tapuria and Justin Gaethje for the lightweight title. There's also some talk about there maybe being Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight belt. And then there's also some other stuff. Another Conor McGregor might come back, which would be absolutely phenomenal. He's thinking about maybe fighting Max Holloway. Don't 100% know which one it might be at, but they're thinking probably UFC 329 in July is currently what they're thinking. And then in some other, this is outside the UFC, but in some other like fighting, you saw Ronda Rousey fight against Gina Carano,
Hmm.
where Ronda Rousey won in 17
I
seconds,
saw that.
which, I mean, was absolute. I mean, it's a Jake Paul promoted card that basically was absolutely insane. Like 17 seconds. Obviously, Carano was in her 40s. She hadn't been fighting for a while. But Rousey looked in phenomenal shape. She won in 17 seconds, used her token armbar. And, like, I mean, I mean, if you talk about some of the goats of the sport, I mean, Rousey's definitely one of the ones up there, especially when it comes to being able to sell a promo. We also saw Francis Ngannou, who had an insane knockout during the event, which was absolutely absurd. And then another thing that we do see coming up, John Jones said that he might be able to go and fight Francis Ngannou, which would be a fight that everyone definitely wants to see. So
Yeah.
that's the little UFC promo.
That's great, Matt. Also, this weekend we saw the PGA Championship ended on Sunday, won by Aaron. I want to make sure I pronounce that. Aaron Rye of England. He's a British Indian golfer, 31-year-old, won with 9 strokes under par, which beat out second place, who was John Rahm, who was 6 strokes under par. And no one expected him to win. If you look at the odds from a post I saw yesterday, the Raiders have a higher chance of winning the NFL Super Bowl this upcoming season than Aaron Rye winning the PGA Championship yesterday. And that was also,
Absurd.
in a more relevant comparison, uh, his chances of winning the PGA Championship on Sunday was the same odds as Vanderbilt winning the college football playoff this upcoming season.
No way.
So yeah, no one really expected him to
That's
win,
actually
but
absurd
good
stats.
for him. I know.
I mean, and
That,
yeah,
I mean,
I mean that's the way you do it. I mean, young risers love. I mean, I still remember like Jordan Spieth's legacy year. That like
mm,
seeing young guys being able to kind of get their first major is huge. I mean,
yeah, no, I know, unbelievable. Like, considering that like Rory was in that tournament, you had a lot of great guys in there. Yeah, he. I was actually watching him specifically golf when I was getting a haircut a couple days ago. So,
hair looks good by
and
the
I
way.
heard out he won. I heard he won. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess this guy, he's
Yeah,
proven everyone wrong.
just popped on a hat today for OT, but had to rep the Yankees.
Yeah. And that reminds me, Matt. So, on terms of golf, recently I just got a game in my backyard called bucket golf, where pretty much you have these buckets, right? And you
Yeah,
have to like you have this giant like pickleball and this like wedge, like wedge iron, and you have to try to hit the ball in the bucket. But like it like takes away a stroke if it goes in, but then also if it hits the bucket, like that's when the hole ends. But yeah,
interesting.
that speaking of golf, like I thought like this game's really fun. I've been playing a lot.
Fun summer game.
Exactly, exactly.
I mean, also there's always spike ball for the summer. There's so many great summer games. I feel like, but like learning about some new ones, love to hear it.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
all right,
You got something, Matt, here?
I do. I mean, I have something. If you wanted to talk about the next segment,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
all right. So we're going into mystery player. So the thing is, I will be giving statistics from certain players, and Jack will be picking which one he likes more. And even if he wants to, he can guess which player he is picking. We're doing NFL actually today. So I
Okay.
have we have a quarterback, wide receiver, running back. Three comparisons. Running back is strictly based off of their rushing stats. So no receptions will be involved with that.
Okay.
Okay, so first quarterback had 3,693 passing yards with 26 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. He had a 63.2% completion rate on passing and had a passer rating of 90.6.
Is this career wise or
This is for the year, last year.
did you say 63,000 passing yards?
I said
Oh,
3,693.
3,600.
And then the next quarterback had 3,587 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and a 68.5 QBR.
Well, just based on statistics, I think I take the first quarterback. But if I were to try to guess on who it was, that's tough. I feel like I, because it's I was first thinking Caleb because it's right under 4,000 yards,
I will
but
give you, they are in the NFC,
they're in the
the
NFC.
quarterback that you chose.
I want to, I kind of want to guess the first one's Jordan Love, and the only thing making me think that is because he was not healthy the entire season, but I don't know how many yards he was able to accumulate total.
So the first one was not Jordan Love. You picked Baker Mayfield.
Okay, yeah,
And it was Baker versus Patrick Mahomes was the
yeah,
two comparisons.
wow, yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, it shows Baker's been playing phenomenal, obviously. I think Baker's one of the most slept on quarterbacks, I think. I mean, he's obviously starting to get his props, but I think for what he does for his team, he's been playing absolutely bonkers. All right, next up, wide receiver wise, we have someone who caught 101 passes for 1,194 receiving yards, averaged 79.6 yards per game, and scored 6 receiving touchdowns.
Okay,
Then we have a guy who did 84 receptions for 1,048 receiving yards and only 2 touchdowns this year.
ooh, wow, um, man, okay. Uh, I think in that one, I
I
would
will say
take.
this guy in the second one did get injured, but
Okay, I'm gonna try probably take the second one just based on yards per catch. That's a huge difference. I mean, that's 20 less catches and only like less than 100 yards difference. Now, obviously, touchdowns is a factor. You said he was hurt. Um, for some reason, it made me want to think Alec Pierce because he's a long ball threat. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if he got hurt like in the season. Can you give me a hint like which like conference or whatnot?
I will say that he was in the. I mean, I will say it is in your NFC North.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay.
And he didn't get hurt
Um,
for long, but he was hurt for a little bit.
okay. So, actually, I want to say that's Jamison Williams on the Lions. Um, and then the other one is the other one also in the NFC at all, or
NFC East.
okay. So the other one I'm guessing might be. I kind of want to guess that's C.D. Lamb just because he didn't play the entire season. So I'm guessing C.D. Lamb's
So
the first one. Jamison Williams is the second one, based
you
on
got
just
one. You got CeeDee Lamb. The second was actually Justin Jefferson
wow. Okay.
last season. Only 2 touchdowns for
I
Jefferson.
forgot he. Yeah.
Obviously, he was
Wow.
playing with 9, so it's kind of tough. But
Yeah. Hey, putting up
you
a
know,
thousand yards with him is still pretty
I,
impressive.
for running back, again, strictly based off rushing yards, we have one running back who had 259 carries, 1,252 yards, and 10 rushing touchdowns. So 4.8 yards per carry.
Okay.
The other had 311 carries, 1,202 rushing yards, 3.9, and 10 rushing touchdowns.
Ooh. Okay. I think I take the
I will
first running
say,
back.
though, the second guy does have a lot more in receptions, as a hint for you.
Okay. I'm gonna take the first guy. Now you're saying the second guy has a lot of receptions. Um, One guy that makes me think of is maybe Christian McCaffrey because he gets
Yes,
a lot of
sir.
that. First one though,
First one's
um,
tough. I'm not gonna lie.
okay,
First one is in the NFC West.
NFC West. Okay, ooh, okay, so I don't think it's James Conner. I was for some reason thinking that at
It's not
first.
James Conner.
I don't think he.
Definitely
I
not.
don't know. I think yeah. Um, I, ooh, I for some reason it's not. I don't think it's either the Seattle running backs because yard wise, I don't like Charbonnet just had a lot of touchdowns. I don't know if Kenneth Walker had that many yards. You said 1,200, like 1,200, right? For first one?
He had 12. He had 12,052. Well, not
And 10
12,000.
rushing
One,
touchdowns?
not 12,000. 1,252 and 10 rushing.
Yeah, there's no way it's Kenneth Walker because Charbonnet was getting all the touchdowns. I mean, it can't be McCaffrey. So I'm guessing that's Kyron Williams.
It was Kyron Williams.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go. All right.
that's
So
really
that's it with the mystery player segment. However, now we're moving on into a very exciting part, which is the NBA playoffs, which we just saw the first game of the West, which was absolutely bonkers.
unbelievable.
And we're going to talk about a little bit of the East and the predictions we have for that.
Yeah. So starting off the West, unbelievable game last night. Spurs won 122 to 115 in double overtime. I mean,
Insane game.
unbelievable game. Wembanyama, 41 points, 24 boards, and not to mention he had a 7'1" center playing him.
Insane.
So it's not just
The
anyone guarding.
Wemby Chet beef is real.
Yeah. But you have to keep in account the depth of their guards in that game very much helped, especially with Darren Fox being out for the game. Dylan
100%,
Harper
yeah.
had 24, 11, and 6. Castle had 17, 6, and 11. And then even sixth man of the year, Keldon Johnson had 13 points off the bench. Just great guard depth, and that really helps with when you have a star center like Wembanyama. But I have to
Wembenyama. Sorry.
I have to give credit to the Thunder. Caruso was going. He was playing
Caruso
out
played
of his mind.
phenomenal.
He was shot
I mean,
8 for 14 from three.
J Dub played great. I mean, I think, but the rest of the lineup just didn't look good. Like they
SGA
came out very stagnant. I
SGA
mean,
really struggled.
I mean, he shot. I mean, I think it was 7 for 23,
Yeah,
which is like, I mean, horrid efficiency.
he had 4 points
I
in the first half.
mean, I think also if you look at Chet, like Wemby owned him. Like
Yeah.
obviously,
Oh,
Chet got that one block on him late in
yeah.
the game, but like, I mean, you got 8 and 8, and the guy you're going up against had 41, 24, and 3 blocks. Like it was not close between the two, and I think that's something that Wemby. I was doing some research, has 652 blocks currently in by his sophomore year. If he keeps on this pace for the same amount of seasons that Hakeem Olajuwon played, he'll have almost 2,000 more blocks than him. And Hakeem, by the way, is the all-time leader in blocks.
Oh,
Like, I genuinely think that, and also, if you look at it, I mean, Jordan won his first championship at like 26, 27. Same with LeBron.
yeah.
I mean, Wemby is doing this at like, what is he, 20?
22.
I think he's 20. Let me double.
I
I'll
think
double
he's
check that
22.
before I say it.
Because also, I think LeBron made his first finals when he was 22 as well. Not won it, but made it in 2007, I think.
That would make sense. I mean, he's 22. Like this guy's only gonna get better from here,
Yeah.
and he's already playing like this. I mean, he hit a literally logo three, and he drilled it. And this guy is 7'4". Like there's nothing that teams can do against this guy.
Yeah, I was very curious about that shot choice, especially being down 3 with 30 seconds. I just see him pull up. I'm like, yeah, he's just pulling up from the parking lot, and then he just drains it with
By the way,
like
that's his second three of the game. He had shot 1 3 before that, and he missed. So, like, the amount of confidence that this guy has is absolutely absurd.
yeah, it's just unbelievable. And like talking about the centers, both centers combined last night, Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein combined for 10 points, 10 rebounds. comparison to Wemby's 41 and 24. So Wemby
And I
out
mean, if
rebounded by double.
and I mean, Chet. I mean, they have an average plus minus. Well, like if you added up their plus minus, you'd be at -5.
Mm.
I mean, Shea was at -15 for
Yeah,
the game,
he
which is. I mean,
he
the thing is, Wemby when he saw that MVP trophy given to him, you could tell, bro, was pressed. Like he did not like seeing that,
took it
and
personal.
he was like, "This is his way of showing y'all messed up."
Yeah.
Like,
No, exactly. Even after the game, a reporter went up to him and was asking him, like, "Oh, did you take it personal that you had to watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander win the MVP award and get actually have it?" And he's like, "Yeah, exactly what you said. That's what Wemby said." So yeah, he definitely took it personal and he showed it. He backed up his word. So yeah, like I said, great game. And I think the biggest stat we got out of that total rebound numbers. Spurs out rebounded the Thunder 61-40 in rebounds, which is 61 rebounds in a game. I feel like it's just kind of absurd.
I mean, it is double overtime, but still, I
But
mean,
still, I mean, 20 rebound difference, you know. But how about
and
your
I mean,
next stat?
and it's mainly also coming from Wemby. I mean,
Yeah,
I think Wemby and Dylan Harper are the two. I mean, Cornette kind of struggled. Obviously, Cornette's a really good guy coming off the bench, but you know.
yeah.
But I mean, coming to my Knicks, first off, I mean, if we're talking about how dominant a playoff run we've had, I mean, it's been pretty absurd. I mean, our average margin of victory right now is 19.4. That is one of the highest in like NBA history. I think something that's huge that we're coming to is we do get OG Anunoby back tonight, which OG has been a huge little spark plug for us. I mean, he's been, I mean, in the playoffs. I mean, first and foremost, he's an elite defender. He can lock down. I mean, if he can basically lock down whoever they put him on. I mean, he should be first team all defense. I mean, I forget if they have released all that stuff yet. I don't think they have. But I mean, and then you look at Jalen Brunson averaging about 27 in the postseason. Cat 22 and 10. But also the thing with Cat is his assist numbers have been up like crazy because Mike Brown changed up the offense. Now it's run through Cat instead of Brunson. And I think that has really helped open up the team to a lot more efficiency. So I think a key for the Cavaliers is if Evan Mobley is able to shut down Cat, they can start shutting down the offense. So I think Evan Mobley is going to be a huge X factor in this series when it comes to the Cavaliers. If Evan Mobley is able to shut down Karl Anthony Towns and his playmaking, then I think the Knicks might actually struggle. I think that they are able to. My prediction currently is Knicks in 6.
Mm.
I will say, I think Donovan Mitchell has been phenomenal. James Harden finally in the playoffs shows that he's taking a jump. I think the thing is, though, with the Knicks, their bench has been playing phenomenal as of recently. I mean, if you look at it, they have so many people who have been stepping up in different ways that they really haven't been able to do before. I mean, in the closeout game against the 76ers, when they won by 30, I mean, Jalen Brunson and Cat were not the leading scorers on the team. It was Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride dropped 25 points for the team, and I think that's something that when they have those guys who can just step up in random different spots when they need them. I mean, Josh Hart, always been so consistent. I mean, he's been shooting a lot better. I mean, all of them have been shooting at an insane clip. I mean, by the end of like the first quarter, they were shooting almost 90% from the three when it comes to against the 76ers and almost 80% from the field. They ended at about 57% from three, about 53% from the field. Still absolutely absurd shooting numbers. But I mean, I think you can't just absolutely take everything that the Cavs did away from them.
Absolutely.
Because what the Cavs did in that closeout game against the Pistons really does show what they are as a team. I mean, Mitchell, 26. You had Mobley getting 21 and 12. Jarrett Allen, I think when you have Jarrett Allen and Mobley in the paint, it's going to be hard for Cat to get those points in the paint that he's kind of used to. I think the Knicks are going to have to be somewhat perimeter-centric. I think they're going to, I mean, it's going to be hard to get in the paint against Mobley and Allen. I think even if you're talking about depth, Sam Merrill has been playing really, really well recently. Max Strus has been pretty consistent. I think if you look at that kind of aspect, I think the Cavs are going to be a formidable matchup. I do think that the Knicks win. I think that it is going to be a bit of a closer series, though, than the Knicks have had in other series that they've seen.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be um, a great series, especially you look at Donovan Mitchell, obviously first time in the conference finals. He's gonna try to prove himself, especially against this really good hot Knicks team, like you were saying. I see the Knicks playing the Spurs in the finals. I think
I
the
can see
Spurs
that too.
will win in seven. I
That's
don't
fair.
think after that one. I think that game yesterday was very monumental for the Spurs, especially going out to Oklahoma City and winning at their house, and they're the reigning champs. That just shows to me that like they can play anywhere, and it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if they're away or on the road. But that being said, the Spurs have had the Thunder's number all season. They're 5-1 against them now this season, which is crazy. And I think if we do see the Knicks play the Spurs now, you were telling me earlier that the Knicks have had the Spurs number in the regular season. We even saw them in the NBA Cup championship. Um, but yeah, I think it's just gonna. I think it's both gonna be really great series. Especially that Western Conference Finals could be like the heavyweight title. It almost seems like it is like the NBA Finals, like that matchup alone. I think that's a matchup we're gonna see for a very long time. In the finals,
100%. Yeah.
the youth and depth. The average age of the Spurs starting lineup is I think like 23.7, which is
Insane.
unbelievable. So yeah, I'm excited to see how both series go. Obviously, Cavs next game one tonight, and then Spurs Thunder will play game two in Oklahoma City again tomorrow night. So Matt, are you ready to wrap this up with one last little game here?
We got one last game going. So let me pull this drawn up real quick. So
Absolutely.
we're doing the final segment of Spin the Wheel. So
Alrighty.
we will be drafting an 80, trying to go pick the best team. We're going to have one sixth man. So we're going to have six people. Jack, you're going to start it off. Let's see
Okay.
who you get. Oh, close to the Bulls. The
Okay.
Pistons.
Pistons. We're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna go at the four. We're gonna go Ben Wallace.
Benoit.
We're gonna
That's a good
start.
pick.
We're gonna start with defense.
Four-time
Did we
DPOY.
say are we doing six man or no or respins?
Well, we can do one respin, I feel like. I feel like
Or
it's
do we
chill.
six man?
We're doing a six man.
Okay.
All
Good to
right. Utah Jazz. I will take the controversial
Oh.
but beast Carl Malone.
Oh man.
All right. So we both have our power forwards set. Jack is for you. Oh, Toronto.
I like that. I like that. Give me Kawhi at the three. Give me Kawhi Leonard. In case you guys don't know, we are doing it based on like their time on the team, like not their prime. If it is the team that they're on their prime with, then it will be their prime. But if it's
It's like for
obvious,
this one, taking Hakeem will be in his
yeah.
prime.
But if I chose like Russell Westbrook on the rock, Russell Westbrook on
Yeah,
the
it's
rock,
not prime for
not
this.
prime Russell. Or, ooh, okay, great. Um, I don't know if I should use a respin here or not. That's one thing to think of. Um, because
Some decent picks.
I was thinking maybe one of the Kyrie Harden and KD players, but at the same time, I don't know if I could get a better version of
Do
them.
you want to?
Or
You can use the respin.
you know what? Hold on. You know what? Yeah, I'll use a respin. I'll use a respin.
Here's our respin. Let's see.
Please. Okay.
Orlando Magic.
You know what I'm taking? Shaquille O'Neal at the five.
Hakeem's owning Shaq. Young Shaq
Mm,
versus prime Hakeem. That's not even
I don't know.
close.
Oh,
I'll go Stockton.
yeah.
Stockton at point. I'm good with
Hey,
that.
you got the Jazz duo there. That's
I
not
mean, we
bad.
got the pick and roll going crazy right now.
Ooh. You know what?
Chalk it.
Hey, you know what? I'll take Prime Jaw. I'll take Prime Jaw. But you know what? I'll
All
put
right.
him. I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna either have him at the 2 and 1, depending on the next spin. Gosh darn it, man. Oh,
Okay, I'm actually low key debating right now because
you have your two spot, right? Yeah. You don't have the one.
I have my two spot. I could put Stockton on the bench, but I'm thinking I might take. I'm between putting Stockton on the bench or putting Kevin Durant at my three. I think
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I know this might be. Well, actually, no. I'm taking Prime Steph.
Yeah. All right, like, come on.
I'm putting Prime Steph, and then I'll have Stockton as maybe my sixth man, or I might change up the. I might change up the lineup in a second, but I'm liking Curry. Prime. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
this
Cleveland
is a
Cavaliers.
huge
Now,
dub for your
seriously, Kenny,
team.
I have the 3, 4, and 5 taken, but I
You're the sixth
could.
man.
Yeah, I can move one of them on the bench. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put Ben Wallace on the bench, and I think I'll either put LeBron at the 4 or 3, and then move Kawhi to the 4 if I put him at the 3. Um,
We can see who else you get, and then
yeah,
we can finalize the
I
rest.
cause I still have John Morant.
You do.
That's great, prime LeBron.
Are we allowing my?
Ooh,
Are we allowing me to take someone that has already been taken, but on a different form of them?
if it's
Like,
someone
can
that's
I
on
take
my team, that's fine. If it's someone you can't take the same person. Well, actually, yeah, you could take the
like I'm
same
saying
player.
like am I able to take Kawhi here?
That's fine. I'm fine with that because it's
Okay,
not
I'm
like
saying
it's not Toronto Raptors Kawhi. It's LA Clippers Kawhi.
it's LA Clippers Kawhi, who
The LA
some
Clippers
say.
Kawhi had a great season this last
I
year.
mean, some may say he's better than current Kawhi,
Okay.
or
Well,
or no, sorry,
it's different sample
better than
size.
Raptors Kawhi.
It's different sample size. 1 year compared to what? 5. Okay, this
What
actually is
position do you
not.
need?
Well, technically, I probably need a 1 or 2 because I'm gonna put LeBron at the 3 or 4. But I think here I'm not
Or
gonna.
run LeBron at point.
I'm not running LeBron at point. I have John Morant, and I think what I'm gonna do here, I could take Dominique Wilkins.
That's a good pick.
So if I'm gonna construct this right,
Final one. Let's see. So I will be using my respin.
yeah,
If I have it, I'm gonna use it.
you can't take
Let's
LeBron.
see. Yeah, I know. Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, probably just put Kyrie. I'm gonna put Kyrie at my two.
Okay.
Then,
Bless you.
all right. So then, if we go through our lineups,
Yeah.
my final lineup is prime unanimous MVP Steph Curry at the 1, Kyrie clutch NBA Finals performer at the 2, current Kawhi at the 3, or prime Clippers Kawhi. But I think Karl Malone at my 4, Hakeem at my 5, Stockton off the bench.
Yeah, that's great. I have it. I put it in order now. So number 1, I have prime John Morant at the 1. I have.
So if we're going are we going like matchup by matchup to
Well,
see who wins?
let me say mine first, then we can go matchup for matchup.
Okay.
So John Morant, prime John Morant at the 1. Then you got prime Dominique Wilkins at the 2 for Atlanta. You have NBA champion Kawhi Leonard from Toronto at the 3. I'm putting prime LeBron at the 4, and then I'm putting Orlando Shaquille O'Neal at the 5. And then I have Ben Wallace coming off the bench as the 6 man. Prime Ben Wallace. Prime
Okay.
part-time defensive player of the year. Ben Wallace.
All right. So I think point guard I win. It's not even a question.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shooting guard, it's kind of weird because you have Dominique Wilkins, I have Kyrie. I think they're just so
They're
drastically
so
different.
different. I mean,
I mean,
Dominique
I think
dunks.
I think the thing is with Dominique being a small forward, it's a little weird. I don't know if Dominique has the handles out on the perimeter, and doesn't really shoot that much. So I
Yeah,
think the spacing would be a little rough.
I mean, he does shit. I mean, he was averaging like 30.
I'm not saying he doesn't average a lot, but it's averaging in the paint.
Yeah,
So we'll say a draw there. We'll
yeah.
keep it at a draw unless we need to. So then we have your Kawhi wins, no
Yeah.
questions here.
Mhm.
LeBron better than
Prime
Karl
LeBron.
Malone.
Yeah, prime Bron.
Hakeem in his
I think he'd
prime
be.
is much better than
I
current. I
Orlando's.
think Shaq in his prime, there might be a debate, but MVP, DPOI, Finals MVP, Hakeem is better.
Yeah,
And then
the bench.
at the bench, it's kind of hard to compare. I
Who do you
mean,
have
I
again?
will say I have Stockton. I think Stockton all time is better. I mean, he all time leader in assists, all time leader in
Yeah,
steals. I mean,
but Ben Wallace
he
just clamps him up. Like the poor dude's gonna get bullied.
it's not a 1v1 between
No,
them, but I think even if it was, Stockton is owning Ben Wallace.
whoa, no, he's not.
His hand,
Yeah,
Ben Wallace would
who's he
not be able to
passing to?
stay with
Who's he passing
Stockton.
to in a 1v1?
He doesn't need to.
I mean, shoot. I mean, Ben Wallace obviously didn't score, but like he he's a dominant defender. Like, yeah,
I mean, if you talk about Stockton, I mean, he's lived
because
on
like
all
who would
defensive
Stockton
first
go in
team.
for on your lineup? Like realistically,
Kyrie or Curry,
yeah,
if they get tired.
yeah. That's a downgrade, buddy. That's a huge downgrade. I feel like
Against Kyrie, dude, you do
no.
not
Okay,
know how good
no,
John Stockton was.
I said prime Curry. Prime Curry. That's
You do
huge.
not know how good Stockton
I know
was.
how good
Stockton.
Stockton is, but compared to prime Curry, like if you
Oh,
replace him,
compared to Prime Curry, it's not close.
that's what
The
I'm
thing
saying.
is, if you're,
Yeah, I'm not talking about Kyrie.
but
Like,
I mean, I think all time there is a debate though, but I think not for Curry, but I think Stockton is a phenomenal point guard.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it to myself personally.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean,
Whatever.
you
I'm
have
giving it
LeBron
to
though,
myself because
so LeBron might be able to do something, but I think if we're going just player by player, I think it'd be a very good
my
series.
team has crazy dunkers. Like we have
Yeah,
John
but the thing
Morant,
is, your team has zero
Dominique
like
Wilkins,
you,
LeBron, and Shaq all
your
dunk.
spacing is horrid.
It literally doesn't matter about us spacing. We have prime LeBron.
Your spacing is so bad, and I
Yeah.
have Hakeem in the paint, so you're getting absolutely stuffed out of your
Yeah.
mind.
We could put. Oh, if we need a double team him, we could put Shaq and I don't know. We could put Kawhi with him. We could put LeBron with him. We could put Ben Wallace
Doesn't
with him.
matter.
We literally could stop.
Then you just kick it out to Curry or Kyrie, and then bang a three right on
Well,
your
I didn't say
own.
we need to
So
put all of them on him. I just said we could put one of them, and we still have. We have great defenders on our team. I don't know if you're. It doesn't matter. It don't matter.
all right.
I'm giving it to myself.
Well, I think we'll leave it to the viewers to
Yeah,
say who
absolutely.
wins.
Yeah. So, like I said, check out. We have. I'd rather regardless if you watch this on YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, check out as many as you can. We also have an Instagram page if you want to look at that for more up to date news.
Broadway and Ball on Instagram.
Yep, and we'll put out an announcement for our next video. I think we're aiming for next Tuesday. I think we're hoping this to be a weekly
That's the
thing.
goal.
But if anything changes, we'll put it on there. Obviously, this is a very long episode.
This was our first episode. We kind of had to feel it out a little bit, learn a little bit of the ropes. So, you
Yeah.
know what? The content's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, but like you said, if you enjoyed this, just consider subscribing or following or wherever you've seen this. No, Matt, come on, like almost you could say it better, okay? If you like this, like I said, we're just two students from Belmont University, Nashville, Tennessee, just talking about sports, and we hope you enjoyed this. Matt and I enjoyed talking about this, so. We're gonna, like I said, do our next one next week, next Tuesday. So, anything else, Matt? Anything else you want to leave off on?
I think that's it. See y'all next Tuesday.
All right. Leave it with that.